It's Saturday, the 1st of October 2016. Welcome to this week's edition of Property Chat. Hi everybody, lots to get through this week, lots of things going on. It's been a sporadic month, September, where the importance of accurate pricing has really come to the fore for us. What we've experienced is that if something's priced even slightly optimistically, then you tend to find that you don't get the take up, but if it's priced correctly, then there are still buyers out there looking. So importance of pricing very much coming to the fore at the moment with the market locally. If you've got a property to sell, we would say that you've got some time left, but the market does shut down quite early when it gets towards colder and darker days in the middle of October. So you need to put your best foot forward and get marketing very soon. So call us if you're interested in selling or just want a discussion about how you might sell in the future. You know the number, it's just coming on screen now. And on to general news. There were over 40,000 property millionaires created this year, up to 2016, according to Zoopla. In fact, there were 40,800 of them. And 60% of those live in London, a further 22 in the southeast. So quite an interesting spread there, not just London. While we're on the subject of Zoopla, that's where that report came from. Alex Chesterman, the boss of Zoopla, he was actually the founder and is now the chief executive, sold 4.2 million shares. He netted himself a cool £14 million by doing that last week, and he still retains a 2% share in the company. Interesting that he's decided to cash in so massively. Don't know whether that tells us anything about Zoopla or their future plans. They've also done something interesting in acquiring the Property Software Group, which is a group that controls software for estate agency. The idea being, I would guess, that at some point they're going to be a dual offer so that you can buy both your software and your portal uploads in some sort of discounted theme, and it keeps Zoopla very much at the forefront of agents' minds, because remember, the portals do have a problem in that they need agents to supply volume of properties so that their portal retains its relevance in the marketplace. If a portal doesn't have the take up from estate agents, then obviously they won't have the interest from the client bank generally, the audience that they need. So, and Rightmove are very much still dominating. Zoopla in second place, but still doing very well in London because they put statistics around those figures which people like. Just on the letting side quickly, we're coming up to the anniversary, I think we're on the anniversary this month, of the new Section 21 rules, and there are many of those coming. And there was a report this week that I noticed that I thought was very relevant, saying that there'll be a lot of landlords now that let their properties sort of last September, October, when the rules first came into force. I think it was October, in fact, which will now be looking for possession and may well fall foul of these new rules if they don't know about them, because there are a raft of them. I'm referring here to the protection of deposit rules, reporting of repairs, immigration, right to rent, all sorts of new rules. So you need to double check your paperwork if you are thinking of of serving notice on your tenants. Portal juggling, this is an interesting one. Our friend Chris Wood from PDQ Property down in Cornwall brought this to everybody's attention, where some of the larger corporates were particularly guilty of it, taking properties and pretending that they're new instructions by withdrawing them from the market and then quickly relisting, so that they then get new emails and go out as a fresh instruction on Zoopla and Rightmove. Well, the regulators have caught up with this now, and the Property Ombudsman has said that this is now against their rules and they will be taking agents to task for it, and quite rightly so too. It's a sneaky trick, so good news that they're getting rid of that. In other news, 30-somethings just managing and families feel the squeeze. This seems to be the common story these days. A report by the IFS reveals that people in their 30s have half the wealth of those born a decade earlier, mainly due to the rising property market, I have to say, which has a good side and a bad side. Khan, the mayor, Sadiq Khan, has decided that he will tackle foreign property ownership in London. I don't quite know how he's going to do that. The idea being that foreign buyers often squeeze out local people. And I think there is some point to that, but the truth is that most foreign buyers are buying at the top end of the market, where the majority of us could only dream of living anywhere. That wouldn't vastly change if you took them away. In fact, I would argue the opposite, that you may find that if we couldn't get those stamp duty revenues from the very top of the market, that may prevent us from investing in other areas. So interesting. UK growth tops price of European average property. The UK market saw an average rise of 3.9% in the year, and we saw 5.2. So we're sort of up there as usual, and you know, Englishman's home is his castle certainly seems to be still at the forefront of things. That's it for this week's property chat. Hope you've enjoyed it. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.